today I am making some hierba santa tincture. Whoa, that's loud. Alright, so I'm making some hierba santa tincture. Yes. I harvested this about a year ago, almost 2 years ago, in 2016. And it was wild crafted from a little patch up in the mountains by where I live. So I've already taken a little bit of the herb and I put it in here. And then I was like, I have a show. I am a star. I'm kidding. So I decided to record it like after I already put the thing in. I'm basically gonna show you how to make a tincture. By the way, guys, tinctures are like so easy to make. Literally anyone can make a tincture. And you can make a tincture out of anything. As long as you know what it is and it's not poisonous, you can make tincture out of any herb that you want. I have like an upper respiratory thing going right now. If you can hear it in my nasally voice. Yeah, I have like tons of boogers and I've been fighting it for like a week and a half now. And this has been my main herb, hierba santa. It's super sticky. Like if you look at the bag, see how it's like a big clump? So that means that there's a lot of mucilaginous components in there. There's basically, it's just like a really sticky herb. When you harvest it fresh, it's also just like, you know, like super sticky. And when it dries up, it just dries up kind of clumped together. That's a good shot of it. Yeah. So I'm going to take some of it. You see how it just kind of like crushes, like, because it's dry. It's been dried for a while. I'm just gonna crush some of it, put it in the jar. And I don't ever measure when I'm making tinctures. I make all of my tinctures folk method just because I hate math. I hate math. Math is evil. So I'm not really one for measuring and shit. I fill up the jar. I think I'm gonna fill this up about halfway with the herb, just because I'm gonna want it to be a really strong extraction. That looks about right. And then I will take my little Everclear and I'm gonna fill up the jar about halfway. I do half and half, right? So I'm basically gonna cover the herb with the Everclear because there's about half the jar full of herb. So yeah, I basically covered it about yay much. You can already see it changing, you see? Like this is such a strong plant. It tastes very strong. It has a really like crazy strong like kind of taste, but it's fantastic. It's really good for upper respiratory, like colds and sinuses and things like that. Anyway, so there it goes. Now I'm gonna take my super special witchy water. This water was actually put out to charge under the full moon because I like to do that because I'm witchy. You can just use regular ass tap water or just filtered water, whatever you want, as long as it's good clean water. You take some water and you fill up the rest of the jar with it. Boom. You always want to leave a little space at the top, just, you know, just so that it doesn't spill when you open it. You want to leave like just a little bit of space between like the jar and the lid, obviously. Like that's just like obvious common sense type shit. I had to switch jars because the last jar I used, I couldn't find a lid for. But anywho, this is the final product. It's basically half Everclear, half water in a jar. I'm gonna let it sit for about 2 weeks and I'm gonna label it because that's what responsible labelers do. They label their shit. I'm gonna label it, let it sit for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks it'll get strained and it'll be ready. And that's how you make a tincture. Thanks for watching.